Well, good Thursday evening to all you fine folks out there in the wild world. Almost said the Wild West, but the World Wide Web.
We're in the Southwest, Marvin. I may have to fill in for Marvin tonight. If y'all can imagine this, Marvin somehow lost his voice somehow or another. And I'll tell you how he lost his voice. Marvin was doing some demoing at his house out there that caught fire, and they had a tragedy out there. The house all burnt up, burnt and everything. And then Marvin was going to take something loose, some kind of electrical box or something loose with a power drill. With a drill, now you understand. Now the only thing that Marvin knows anything about a drill is how to switch it on. It's like an automobile with him. Only thing Marvin knows about driving an automobile, he knows how to switch it on. And that's it. The rest, everything else is foreign to him. So he had his power drill, and he was doing something or other, and anyway, got hung up somehow or other, and got wrapped around the drill. His knuckle got caught up in the drill mechanical business there, and cut his hand all the way down to his knuckle. He said you can see his knuckle there in his hand there, on his hand there with that. And I think Marvin might have been using some expletives or something while all that was going
No,
on. And
no.
the Lord said, I'm gonna mute him for a while. He can't do no better than that. So he's about half muted, if you
Yeah, I
will.
had to get stitches on him. It hurt. I ain't lying to you now. But anyway, hey, we're glad to be here tonight. It's the 16th day of October, 2025. And you're watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show live and in color. And we appreciate every one of you joining us, no matter where you're joining us from tonight. We appreciate all of you taking the time to tune in from all over the world. And hey, we're coming to you live tonight at 100% Flamingo Boulevard at the Rock Studio. We're live at turn number 3 at the old Rocket Speedway. And hopefully, if he gets the satellite truck up, we'll be joined by our studio in Thompsontown, Georgia, all across the great nation and foreign countries where they will allow us to send this broadcast, and in some foreign countries where they won't allow us. We send it anyway. But we are live and in color in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and the great state of Baker County, Georgia. And there are some of our fine, the Bill Bryan family tuning
They
in
always
every single week.
they the that's the Pat and Plowboys up there. And they always tune in, find a bunch of folks. I was in Baker County today. In fact, that's what a little video that I shot this afternoon, a promo video. I was actually in Baker County. And Baker County is like the old second original Garden of Eden, if you will. Miller County, where we are right here, the first original Garden of Eden. Baker County number 2. So good folks everywhere. Everybody tunes in and watches us is good folks. Now some of you people that have just found out about us, or you mistakenly got on the dial here with us, and you see us and you think that we might be of some interest to you. Let me go ahead and give you. I'm gonna go ahead if you don't think like we do, if you don't love this country, if you don't like law-abiding citizens, if you don't respect our service members and our first responders and our policemen, if you don't respect women folks and know that women's got a place in this country and the men's got a place in this country, and the two they bond, they meld, they're not in competition with one another. If you don't believe in all of that, maybe you ought to, I'm gonna tell you, you better go ahead and tune us off because you're not gonna like what we say. And we got folks in Miller County, Marvin, if you would, that actually go. They don't care nothing about this country. No. Everything is good. Everything is good to us. It's bad to them. So just tell them.
And the conservative Judeo-Christian principles and common sense thing, and they don't have to subscribe to. But I got 4 things they can do instead of watching us.
Yeah.
Here they are. Number 1, you can go watch a rerun of the Phil Donahue show. Number 2, you can go to a Jasmine Crockett photo opportunity and book signing.
Yeah.
You can watch the 1988 replay of Michael Dukakis' acceptance speech for the Democratic Party nomination. Or, let me add Charlie. Oh, we got them both joining him. There we go. Got them both in. Or, fourthly, if you don't align with us, pull out your old VCR tapes and do some jazzercise with Richard Simmons.
There you go.
Can we do an or on that if you don't mind?
What is
You
that?
you can practice your demonstration at the No Kings rally in downtown Dothan at the courthouse.
They're gonna have a No King rally at the courthouse.
Saturday, buddy. I figure you already know about it. Be over here.
Well, I know I rode by that one. It was one Saturday afternoon. I rode by where going over, went over there to do something. And anyway, I rode by downtown and turned. It was a bunch of old stupid white hippies, is what it was. Every one of them was an old white honky hippie that was standing up there. The stupidest people I ever seen in my life. I let the
I
window
want.
down. I said, "Y'all better go home." I said, "Trump's gonna send the National Guard to get y'all little dumb selves." And they didn't like it. They wouldn't clawing at the eyeballs and all that. Then.
Well, let me say this. Here's the deal. Uh, I've heard this, I'm not going to call any names out, but this fella come up with an idea of hiring a septic tank pump truck full to come by the corner of Oaks and Main and have the discharge going through the hose about the time of the rally.
Hockey jockey show up.
Mm.
And,
All
and,
right,
and
boys. We are live tonight on the new big screen, 107.943218654 and 189th of 0.15 of an inch in diameter.
Okay, so you
good.
still have a diameter deal. It's a diameter TV.
Sula's.
Okay.
Sula's. We are live at Sula's, Siamese twin clothing outlet. Sula's suppository insertion services with drive-through, and Sula's snuff spitting correspondence courses in Saffold, Georgia.
I like it. And I tell you what, that drive-through suppository, what you call it?
Insertion.
Insertion. That'd be interesting. Yeah. And hey, there's a market for everything. I mean, if you can sell dresses to men, you can market anything. I promise you.
Oh, yeah, y'all visit Sula next time in the Saffold, Georgia area. Did we get you too caught up there, Charlie?
I don't know what happened. I think the Democrats has got me under surveillance. I'm not sure, but that would be a good now. And I want you to see how good my memory was. I believe that day that Floyd come through there was the same day he went on out to Wiregrass Commons Mall to look at some clothes at the Dillard store. Am I right or wrong there, Floyd?
I think you're right.
Okay, all right. Well, at least you weren't in there Sunday afternoon when they had the shooting gallery going on.
Oh, I will not. I will not. I try to focus. If I go to Dothan, Alabama, it's mostly I go to TJ Maxx and I go to the shoe station and I go to Dillard's. I don't try to go to none of them barbershops that's inside the mall and all in there. You know.
I got another question. How many of y'all have ever heard of a barber shop open at 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon?
Oh man, all the barbershops I know is closed on Sunday.
That,
They were good Christian folks. They close up on Sunday.
well,
Uh,
if I'm not mistaken, that shooting took place Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
Well, y'all remember that show on the used to be it was the Andy Griffith show where Floyd he brought him a new barber in. He had him a two-chair
Yeah,
barber.
yeah.
Barber coming there. He was a bookie. You know, they were betting on racehorses and all. And
He
Barney
brought
busted
his
that deal.
customers with him.
Yeah, he busted that deal. Barney did. But I'm thinking something like that may be going on at the barber shops in there. You know, instead of going in there getting trim, going in there laying a bet down on something, or maybe
Mm-mm.
making a purchase on something else. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I don't
I'm
know.
just
I
asking.
don't.
I don't know if any of y'all Democrats anything out there watching that get your hair cut in there, call us up and argue with us about it. You know, let us know what's going on. Why come it be so much, shootings and things going
In a
on
barber
in a
shop.
barber shop? You go in there to get your hair fixed.
I just had a friend text me and said, I sound like Jeannie Seeley, who's been smoking Virginia Slims all her life.
You don't sound that bad, Marty. Uh, you don't sound that bad, but that wouldn't be bad now. Ooh, man.
What
You
say
don't sound
you?
bad, Marvin. I ain't never seen it like that. I've never seen Marvin like this before, where he couldn't talk. And
I
I
got
don't
no.
know.
Before I say something to Queasel, Marvin, if this isn't a good excuse for Floyd and I to take over for you on Sunday morning, I don't
Yeah.
know what I don't know what would be. Are you willing, Floyd?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing ready, but I can get something ready pretty quick.
I think I can too. And it's about time Queasel showed up. We
And
missed
Oh
you
get
no.
last week.
somebody.
We
We need
missed you
Oh
somebody
last
no.
to
week.
read. We need somebody to read scripture. We need a scripture reader sitting over there in the chair. I always like that. There's some churches do that. They'll have a scripture reader,
Yeah.
and I say right there, he'll be reading along, and the preacher say, "Whoa, stop right there! Whoa, let's talk about that for a minute here now." Now y'all hear
Yeah.
that? Y'all
Yeah.
hear what that man just said? Y'all
Mm.
hear what the book said? Huh?
What
And see, you
that
go on. See, you can run the clock out when you got something like that going on. I'm just giving you some ideas. You can take you about three scriptures there, and you can preach for about 2 hours,
Yeah.
if you will. But you got to let your scripture read, and then you got to have your piano player over
Organ.
there, organ player. You got to have your organ player dialed in over there. And if you got electric guitar picking, you got a good one out there. They can hit a note or two, and they see that all that running the clock out,
But
and that's
that
what a lot
that
of Christians try to do.
that
And
Hammond
I'm a good
Deluxe
reader.
organ. Yeah,
uh-huh.
he would be.
I'm
You
a
need
good
one of them big
reader.
Hammond organs. They have one of them big Hammond organs. One of them, what are them Greg?
B3.
Yeah, one of them Greg Allman organs going on. Might get back out here and play the organ for you. And a guitar picker and a scripture reader. And then he'd have them back in, wouldn't he, John?
Ooh, I
I
think we
can
ought to
read
try.
scripture. I
Yeah,
can
I
read
think
scripture. I can read scripture. He said, "Whoa, stop right there. Whoa, Floyd, stop. Let's
no,
talk
no,
about
no, no,
that, man."
no, 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 no. Floyd needs to be the one. Queasel needs to read the scripture. Floyd
I
Uh-huh.
needs to
I
be the. Floyd needs to be the one that says, "Stop right there, Queasel.
Yeah.
Tell us one more time. One, stretch it out that
Read
way."
that one more time, if you will. Read that one more time now. All y'all to hear this now.
well
I've heard it.
the Bible's full of letters, and I was always I can read a letter pretty good. I got you remember I used to get a letter from home every now and
Oh
then. I can
yeah.
read it pretty good.
Yeah, that's it.
But I can't be going out there around the creek. I got to stay here in town across from the funeral home.
I know.
You know, yeah.
Place too.
I'm gonna let y'all handle the creek out there. I can't.
I
I mean
like the
that's
place.
up here. We down here. We next to
Well,
the funeral home.
I realize that. We realize that, but that's okay. We can live with
Eh,
that. That's
yeah.
We
okay.
we halfway between the funeral home and the cemetery. We in a
I
good
know.
spot.
You in the middle,
You
right?
so
Well, hey, what about talking about a place that's across town, Queasel?
oh, there it is. That's let me tell you something. Why would you want to go anywhere else? We've told you and told you and told you. Go try it. Go down there and order anything you want, and if it ain't good, next time Marvin sees you, he'll give you $10. You go down there, and that will be the best food you ever ate. Catfish, they got the best blackened catfish that I've eaten in a long time. They are, if you don't like blackened, they got them grilled. They can fry 'em. They got hamburgers. They got hamburger steak. Saw a new thing in there the other night. One of my church sisters that I go to church with, she ordered a club sandwich. Let me tell you something. That
Oh,
club sandwich would have filled up Marvin twice. That was a big
Oh,
old sandwich. I mean, it looked good. They got them home cut Floyd B. Lloyd fries. They got the wings and rings that you can't have nothing that goes no goes together no better. I saw somebody in there the other night at the table got some grilled grouper. Man, did it look good. Everything there. Best looking salad bar anywhere in Colquitt. Good service, good prices. They open Monday through Friday for lunch. And the thing I like about it when you go in there and order lunch is you go in there and order your food they ain't got it some water under it or something under to keep it warm. They cook it and bring it to you and it's hot when it gets there. That's what I like about it. They serve off the menu, got a full menu for lunch, full menu for supper, anything you want. They open Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights for supper. Go see them. TK's Bar and Grill on North Cuthbert, just that right there where the Y, where Highway 45 and North Cuthbert comes in.
somebody says get Sister Perky Nubs to play the organ out there Sunday. That'd be all right. Yeah.
she can
Mm,
play if you want it now. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, she can play.
yeah.
Look here, today, please. Talking about TK in a minute. Me and the mayor ate lunch out there today. I had 6 chicken wings. He had a dozen. He eat them all. And they have honed in on them Floyd B. Lloyd French fries.
Oh yeah.
So they can cook them a little bit quicker. They made them a little bit smaller, shoestring them down a little bit. That
Hmm.
best fries I ever. I just thought them other fries was good that they made out there. These right here, they can cook them quick. They got them kind of dialed in, trimmed down a little bit. That I'm talking about something fine to eat.
Mm,
Them new
mm.
style French fries they
That's
got.
what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Man,
Good place to
Flo-
eat.
that's
Floyd,
enough. Yeah,
should I
they
tell
don't got that 50 cent was.
should I tell Marvin about what I didn't show him? That one of our buddies on Robert Martin actually over here had a thing on Facebook the other day. First come, first serve. He had a gallon bag, and a quarter of the bag was mullet rope, and he was giving it away to the first person that responded to it. And I thought about Marvin, and I called Floyd, and then we discussed it, and we kind of figured out Marvin might not know how to cook mullet rope.
I know.
He know
Well,
he.
Floyd, to anything like that, you have to, Marvin, you have to use moderation, and you can't give Marvin a sack full of nothing and expect him to use no moderation, especially if it's something to eat. But in that case, I'm not sure Marvin would eat a bunch of them because he never eats mullet row a whole set. He eats one row from one set and one row from another. He said that way it won't tear up your stomach. That's what
Uh-huh.
Marvin said.
Yeah. Right.
I had
Yeah.
a man tell me day before yesterday Marvin was lying about that. I said, wait a minute now, you can't Marvin a man of the cloth. You can't tell him he's lying. He said if he thinks that you can eat two different rows, enough row from different fish, it won't tear your stomach up. He said, tell him to come on with me and I'll prove him wrong.
But
So
I got it from my cousin John Edward Wells, and I mean, would he dispute that?
well, I don't know who could dispute John Avery Wells. I really don't know who could
Hey,
dispute
talking
that.
about mullet road, we go. You wait till we get to Ziggy B's ad, man. We got some fresh mullet road to show you tonight.
Well,
Ooh,
where'd you
ooh,
get where you couldn't talk, Marvin?
Today.
I tell you what happened to him. The Lord silenced him. He was cussing and carrying on. He was using some words that don't usually come out of Mark when he cut that knuckle down to the bone down there with his drill that he was trying to operate that he had no
oh.
business being nowhere around. Cut that thing, and I know he had to say something. I would have.
What'd you do to your knuckle? What'd you do?
He got a little scratch on it. He said it went
Look
down to his
at
knuckle. It looks to me like it's. I mean, it's. It looks to me like it's just a surface wound. Is what
No,
it
I
looks like.
saw the bone in there, the white
where
bone.
did they sew
Well,
it
it
up?
don't look
Did
like
they,
it's bleed. It don't look like it bled much. What's the deal?
It's good. I mean, it happened 2 nights ago.
They put a stitch in it.
Yeah,
A
it
stitch.
had to have three stitches in it.
I ain't
ain't you
never
Well,
got
I
got that for three
wait?
stitches. If I went in
Whoa.
there to the hospital, I tell you, if I went in there to Dr. James and told him I need 3 stitches in my face, you know what he'd have done? He'd have run me. He said, "Yeah, get some mountain methylate there, put it on his hand, and get out of here and go back to work, boy." 3 stitches.
Look at here. Hey, let me tell you a story. In 2012, y'all know I had open heart surgery, right? When
Uh-huh.
I took that mirror and looked the first time, they wasn't a stitch on me. They put me back together with super glue. Now I know, Marvin, you got some super glue out there at your house somewhere that you could have
Who
put
done
on
that?
there.
Did you know that that is why super glue was invented in World War II, is to stitch people back together?
You know,
They
on a
did
battlefield.
me.
How about that?
Yep.
I
On
didn't
the
know that.
battlefield.
Hey,
They did.
when I looked at it in that mirror, I thought, Lord have mercy, somebody needs to do something. I'm coming apart. But it was super glued together. And it grew together just perfectly.
Yeah, that's what they did to me.
Hmm.
That's what they did to me. Glue.
All right, Charlie, I got some pictures for you to show.
Good. This is had my buddy Dr. Perry Mobley right before I left him a while ago. Getting across that field, getting those peanuts. in that picker, and he was from that angle you couldn't see, but when you turn to the next one there, Marvin, the next shot, you will see that. Could you, Marvin, there you go. And he was putting up a good bit of dust right there. Now you go to the fishing pictures. Coach Al Griffin, part of the Alabama, no, wait a minute, the retired coaches division of the Alabama Fish Mutilators. Coach Hicks put him on some more fine perch. Yesterday, I believe, is when those fish were caught, and pretty box of fish coming out of the river.
Hmm.
And they're getting big in that river, aren't they, Queasel?
They
Unreal.
are. They are. I
They're
went
looking
down there
good.
today, but my box didn't look like that one.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. They didn't bite.
They went on
And
strike.
oh, they wasn't on strike. I wasn't speck fishing though. I was shell cracker fishing, and you had to make them. You had to entice them to bite. You couldn't just throw it out there. You had to wiggle it along. They would not bite if it just sat there. They was finicky, very finicky today. But now they pulled back. So I caught a mess. I didn't set the woods on fire, but I caught a mess. Caught more than me and Cindy can eat. So, but not much more. And it ain't gonna take long to clean them neither.
Let me do a little quick PSA. Being part of staying around South Henry Peanuts and pulling peanuts from Tumbleton at South Henry, uh, from Dr. Mobley's to South Henry. A little public service reminder, folks, that I know Martha's Vineyard folks aren't watching, but if you're on the roads and you see these big peanut pickers, they cannot move out of your way real quick. I like to saw a calamity today, and just know that these folks are trying to get the paychecks in and get the living made for the year, and it only lasts a few weeks out of the year. And be very careful on the road. Give them the right of way every time you can, because they're up against the clock to get that crop in. Uh, we need a rain, but I don't think we got any in the forecast.
No, that's what I was reading a while ago. I looked on here, and the National Weather Service done sent out a thing. They have increased the severity of the drought, and talking about we might want to start considering burn bans and all that kind of stuff. And they said that no no relief in sight.
Y'all
No
got something.
relief in sight.
Yeah,
Y'all
hold
got
on.
something. Y'all got
Yeah,
something going on over there. What
yeah,
is it?
hold
We
on.
want to.
He's gonna tell you about it.
If you're all mixed up about the body that you're in, there's a man down south that'll change you from a rooster to a hen. They call him Castrating Carl because that's his trade. It won't take him long when he opens up his blade. He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny. And your daddy will never have to call you son. Castrating Carl, the man with the plan. He's from Bascom, where you don't have to ask him, are you a woman or a man? He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny. And your daddy will never have to call you son.
No, what we were laughing at, I wanted Floyd. Floyd's gonna read his doctor's report.
Y'all ever seen a doctor's report when you go to? I got one here. Most of the time they don't give you one, you know. They just kind of tell you what's wrong with you. But anyway, please will tell you the other day when he come over here and had to tote me out of the rock to the house because I couldn't walk. I was in a tight spot, as the old saying goes. Couldn't walk. He borrowed a walker from a fellow who had recently had knee replacement surgery. So anyway, I got me an appointment with a place in Albany up there. They supposed to specialize in knees and hips, and elbows and shoulders, pain and all that stuff. So I got me an appointment with them. They went in there and said, and have you ever been to a doctor where you figured they didn't have much time for you? They pretty much just disqualified you right off the top there by listening to your voice or your accent or whatever. And I kind of got that feeling. And Rojo went with me. She had to help me drive, if you will. And she's an old family friend, and she went in there with me. And I got her there. I said, "Oh, she listen now. And see, maybe you pick up something that I don't pick up." So it's always good to take somebody with you when you go to the doctor, because you'll forget stuff you can't remember. So she said, "Yeah." I said, "I go in there with you." Anyway, we go in there, and this woman comes in, and I've never seen this before. Going to when you go to a doctor, even like a PA and all that, they got on like tennis shoes and casual, walking around because they walk all the time. This woman she had on some high heel pumps, shoes, and she didn't have much time for me. I'm not gonna tell you where this place is. I'm gonna let you figure it out for yourself. And she was nice, nice lady. Anyway, you go in there, and she want to know what my trouble was. I said, "Well, my knee." I said, "I can't walk, And what's your pain level today?" I said, "Well, the day is about 7 or 8. I said, about 4 or 5 days ago, I said I couldn't walk. It was excruciating anytime I put pressure on it. She didn't even want to look at my knee. She didn't even want to look at my knee. And no X-ray. You wasn't gonna do no X-ray. She said, you're a patient for knee replacement. And I said, I can't. I'm not up for that right now. That's not it. That's out of the question. So anyway, she examined me. And my knees all swelled up. Had fluid all around. She's going to draw some fluid. Couldn't draw no fluid off of it. I said, mercy, draw some kind of something. I don't know what it was. It wasn't fluid. It looked like I don't know. It looked like hair gel or something that come out of me. I don't know what. Anyway,
Pomade.
yeah, clear pomade. That I just put on my hair when I go out to church. And Rojo, she'll rap about it. She was sitting there with me. And anyway, she give me my paper here. She give me my paper. This is my write out, print out, everything. I didn't pay no attention to it, even when I got home there. But I got to looking at it the other day. Anyway, I want to tell you, when we get in the car, and Rojo is like me. She's plain spoken. She said, "Damn, Billy Bob said, you." Billy Bob, her husband, used to call me that. That's like that. Shit, damn, Billy Bob. And she talk like that from time to time. And that's okay. I understand. I talk like that from time to time too. That's why we didn't have no time for you. I said, not one bit, not one. And okay, now I'm on a walker. You understand? I'm in there. I'm on a walker. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all. It says, it says here's what she said right here. Let's see what she said. Yeah, here it is right here. It says gait. That's my gait. How you walk. Okay, now she said here's what she wrote down: ambulatory with a walker. I'm on a walker. I'm not ambulatory. Ambulatory is when you can walk on your own. Walker is when that walker is walking for you. So I'm not ambulatory. Go ahead and discount that right there. I'm on a walker, if you understand. A walker. Any of y'all ever been on a walker? Okay. I'm on a walker. Okay, she look at my skin. I don't know what part of my skin. She didn't even want to look at my knee, and I didn't take my shirt off. I'm gonna pull my britches down or nothing. So anyway, she said the skin without lesions. So I didn't have no lesions. So that's the good news. Okay, I'm gonna give you the good and the bad. Okay. It says lymphatic. I don't know what that means. No angiopathy noted. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what she's looking for. Lymphatic. I didn't go in there for lymphatic. I went in there for a bum knee. What I went in there for. Okay. This is the good part, right? And I was clean. I had clean clothes on. I had washed my hair. My fingernails was clean. Had good shoes on. Clean clothes. Here's one right here. Under the general examination category, it says general appearance. Now, what would y'all say about me with general appearance? I mean, what? You know what she said? You know that here? Overweight.
Oh, oh, oh,
So
no.
here I am.
Uh,
I'm ambulatory on a walker. And I'm overweight, and I I ambulate with a walker, but I'm overweight. But here's the good part: neurological, cranial nerves intact. That's the good news. So, read these things when you get one. It's unreal. It's unreal what they write down. And that's on my medical history. It'll be on there until I die. So, mercy. Anyway, I went
So
to make a long story short, I got my niece, Terry, she drove me to Dothan yesterday or the day before yesterday, and went over there to Southern Bone and Joint. They the one redone my shoulder about 8 years ago. Got in there, the doctor come in, had a good conversation. I introduced him to my niece and the introduction and everything. I told him, and I said, she's my ears and my eyes. And I said, she's also a pharmacist. And his antenna went up there, so he knowed I wasn't playing around. But he gave me a shot and walked out there. Been walking ever since, with, without a walker, if you will. So
You didn't say anything about your overweight.
he didn't say nothing about me being overweight. He didn't write up there about me. And I know I'm overweight, man. Everybody's overweight. And this little skinny woman. She's a little skinny woman and wearing high heel shoes. So I just got to discount that deal. I'm just and when we come on the show, we give y'all personal experiences about us. That's what we're about. We don't try to bore you with any of this stuff. It's just a fact of life. But I thought that was interesting, being overweight.
but I got a question for you there, Floyd.
Go ahead.
So how could she tell all this about you when she never did examine you? She
I
just
know.
she
I
looked
don't
at you
know.
and told all that and said that you had good cranial activity. How she know
Cranial
that?
nerves intact. How you do? How you know if my
That's what I'm
cranial
saying.
nerves is intact when you ain't laid your hands on me?
And
And
so
when
did
lesion, I didn't have no lesion. How she know I didn't have lesion somewhere on my body? She didn't check me out for that.
and
They didn't find no lesion. I
did
didn't hang
you
on that.
did you step on a pair of scales?
Yeah, when I went in, yeah.
So that's how she
oh,
said you was overweight.
That's what she read was my weight deal. After what is it? What is a BMI?
Body mass index.
Weight BMI. Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. BMI. Now look at that. Weight assessment finding. Overweight BMI. How they know the scales ain't wrong? The scales may not be dialed in. You know, used to you had to dial your scales in all the time to make sure they're weighing right. They folks come around check your scales, make sure they're weighing right. They ain't check them scales.
what kind
Body
of form?
Yeah.
What kind of formula do they use by checking your weight to figure your BMI?
Well, they supposed to figure you. They figure your midsection. Figure you. You know, I know I'm overweight. That ain't no, but that ain't my major problem. My major problem was I was on a walker. That was my major problem. That's what I went there. I didn't go for a BMI assessment. Anyway, that's about peace for
All
today.
right, Charlie, tell them.
Oh, well, you can get you some good cuts of overweight cattle. Fat cattle is what they call it. It's the week of meat has prime meat for the offering. Check them out. A lot of it's locally produced, folks, right here in the Wiregrass area. Some of it's Southwest Georgia, some of it over here in Southeast Alabama. And chances are, if you live out in the country, you probably know some of the producers that are furnishing the meat for Sowega Meat Company. They've got great cuts of steak, whether it be a fillet, whether it be a ribeye, uh, porterhouse, T-bone, any way you want it, as thick or as thin as you want it. They'll custom cut it just for you. Why are you there? pick up on some great sausage. They have their own smoked sausage and great patty sausage. So breakfast is covered. Great bacon, all types of different rubs and sauces. If you're one of the grilling type people, if you need to try some new different things, they've got one of the best selection I've seen anywhere of rubs and sauces at Sawega Meat Company. But meat is their business. Again, great cuts of beef, a lot of the beef locally produced. Also, the pork side of it. We mentioned the sausage, we mentioned the bacon, some great smoked pork chops, as good as you'll find anywhere. At the location in Headland, Alabama, you'll find some products from Working Cows Dairy. Also, great casseroles ready to go in your oven. You can have supper, a great full supper for your family. Uh, at about 45 minutes to an hour. It's all at Sawega Meat. If you hadn't tried them, what are you waiting for? Highway 27 between Blakely and Colquitt and the Headland, Alabama location on US 431 next to Alabama Power Company. Locally produced beef, great products, good food to put on your table this week. Sawega Meat Company.
Hey guys, there's the pickle patch coming along out at Pickleville. All the greens coming along,
Man,
man.
it take long to come up there now.
They are coming on at Charles Pickle Farms right there, man. How many? What's that? About an acre?
Yeah, I don't know. It's big enough to fill up a croaker sack if you want.
Yeah.
You got all the things you could eat. My landscaping professional, he want to know about the progress of the Charles Pickle green patch. Always, he'll probably ask you about it Sunday at church, Queen, about how the green what the green look like. But I tell him, I said it's just coming up. He want to know about it. We got next. He gonna get him a mess. I said no, you ain't gonna do that.
He come up there yesterday bumming some mustard seed. He said Sheriff Holt told him I had some mustard seed. He come in there. I said, well, I got Sheriff Holt some. I ain't got you none. I said, I ain't took you to raise. He said, I just need a enough a row or two. I said, how long a row you gonna plant? He said, it ain't gonna be long. So I had to give him some of Sheriff Holt mustard seed to
That's
get him
good.
to get him to leave. He wasn't gonna leave without
He
no
wasn't gonna leave.
seed.
He wasn't going nowhere till he had some mustard seed. The
No.
sheriff Holden promised him something. He was there. He was there for the duration. So
That's exactly right. He wasn't going nowhere.
I tell you what, I'll eat every leaf of mustard that Leotis makes. I'll eat every leaf of it myself. I've seen this garden before. I've seen
Now,
it.
now, now,
It don't look
I'm,
nothing
I'm
like Jimmy Holt's or Charles Pickles' garden.
the reason Charles Pickle has to plant so much, he has some robbery suspects from over here in Alabama that come over there and visit his patch a
You
lot.
go over and visit with him. Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah,
know them
yeah.
same folks we know.
Yep,
He knows
yep.
them from way back yonder. Go to small world, ain't it?
Yep. Real small. Real
Mm,
small.
mm, mm.
Sometimes you need a lawyer in your corner who ain't scared to fight. He'll defend you, don't matter if you are wrong or right. He's a South Georgia redneck with a ponytail and a law degree. With Billy Shingler as your lawyer, you will always be found not guilty. Just looking at Billy Shingler makes that DA weak. He'll mumble and fumble and be scared to speak. He'll shout, your honor, I surrender, cause I know when I'm beat. Call Billy Shingler when the man has got them cuffs on tight. He'll fuss and cuss and slash and bun, shake his fist and holler, I'm in your corner, let's fight, fight, fight.
Shingler Law, Donaldsonville, Georgia, 229-524-1225.
Hey guys, it's time for trivia time here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us by our good friends at Southern Hissy Fits on the Square in Colquitt. All your embroidery, all your t-shirts, all your tumblers, all your hats, custom embroidery is their specialty. Go see Miss Vicky She will hook you up. Southwest corner of the square, on the square in Colquitt, Georgia, 109 West College Street. Southern Hissy Fit sponsor of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show trivia time. And she mailing out this week some hats that we did. And so you winners that we were at the past few weeks that hadn't gotten yours, it'll be going out ASAP, and our new winner will receive one as well. Here's our trivia question. What is the year, make, and model of this car, and who would have driven it? Year, make, and model of this automobile, and who would have driven it? Year, make, and model of this automobile, who would have been the driver?
Weasel, did you ever have everybody pull up to the service station with one of
No,
them?
I can't say I never put no gas in that one.
Well,
Year, make, and model, and who would have been the driver?
He wasn't a driver. That was his car.
Or his automobile. Yeah, it wasn't. He didn't drive.
He didn't drive.
Yeah, it was his automobile.
Now look at it now. Look at the date. What kind of date you think it's on it? And look at these signatures and all on it. And would have had a driver. So you ain't got to get. If you could just tell us whose car that was, it'd be good enough, Martin. Let's give him that.
All right, we'll give him a few minutes here.
They can't get them though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if
I ain't never rode in a Packard. I never rode in a Packard automobile.
if one or two people, I think.
Yeah, yeah, you on the right trail, please.
Yep, 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 yep.
1941 Studebaker General Eisenhower. That is not correct.
yeah.
He's been around the bushes though.
You warm.
Who is that?
Carl.
Oh man, he's a historian. He knows all about that.
Yep. That's warm, I would call
I
it.
ain't warm, but it ain't no. He ain't getting no t-shirt. He ain't getting no cap.
Let's throw it back up there one time. Give him
Throw it back one more time. Give him about 30 more seconds, then we go close it down.
I know what it was and whose it was. I can answer it. I know exactly what it was and whose it was.
Okay, well, you just hold it.
Maybe he can win the prize.
You want to win the prize, Queen?
What y'all giving away?
Well, we ain't giving away nothing, but you surprised. We ain't got nothing to give away.
Oh, dang.
1941 Packard Clipper. That's close, real close.
Who is that?
Terry Woodham. You know Terry?
I don't know it, but he knows us.
Yeah, that's more important.
That's more important. He knows us. We want to know him.
Yeah,
So I may be a she.
yeah.
How you spell it?
Terry.
Terry, I know, like a man.
All right, Queasel, tell them what it was and whose it was.
It is a 1942 Packard Clipper, and it was for General MacArthur.
That's exactly right.
See there?
Let's
See there?
give our prize.
Yeah.
Give it to
I mean,
Terry.
they were the closest.
Yeah.
1941.
See,
Packard.
he disqualified. Queasel disqualified because they'll say it's inside a trade.
Yeah, inside.
All right, Terry. What you need to do is what do you need to do?
Yeah,
Mark?
Terry. You need to put your address. Message the Dirt Road Sports on Facebook. We have a messenger. Message me your address, and you will be the winner. Message me your address. It's on the Dirt Road Sports Facebook page, and you are the winner. Yeah, Queasel, that'd be insider trading. They could be some SEC.
Yeah,
and
but-
Down.
I don't care nothing about it. Y'all just didn't know I was that smart, did you?
I know y'all did. I know you were smart.
Yeah.
Heck
Yeah.
we go. How else would you be on the show with us? If you weren't smart? Believe, man. Disqualified yourself, man.
all right, Floyd, go ahead.
Oh man, one of my favorite places in the whole world is Ziggy B. And she got some good stuff to eat in there now. I'm gonna tell y'all. I hadn't been in there this week, but I'm gonna make a trip in there for Saturday evening. But Ziggy B right here on West Main Street in Concord, Georgia. Show them what some of that stuff she got in there, Mark. You got some Cedar Key oysters right there. And talk about some good clean oysters. She got some of them crab legs, them Atlantic Ocean crab legs right there. I ain't no Chinese mouth. And if y'all will, you will tune in on that left side right there, them orange things. in that plate right there. Marvin knows exactly what that is.
That's got Marvin's name on it right there.
Over it right there. That is it. Fresh, and ain't everywhere in the world you can get fresh mullet roll. It's impossible to get you a pound of fresh mullet roll in Martha's Vineyard.
That's exactly.
You won't find it there nowhere. And that ice box she's got right there in the front when you go in there, look in there, and I'm gonna tell you, you'll get hungry just looking at it. And some of them little salmon steaks right there that I used to cook. Me and Nadine loved them. They'd cook them and I'd saute them in some olive oil, put them over some yellow rice. I'm talking about something fine. Queasel still does it. His wife cooks him up something about every Thursday night. I think.
That's right.
Tonight, but not. But they scallops, crawfish, shrimp, mullet fish, catfish, flounder, grouper, whatever kind of fish you want. Ziggy B's, and it's fresh right there. It's fit to eat. Y'all go see her right there, Ziggy B's Seafood Market in Colquitt, Georgia.
So Marvin, how many of them mullet roll that was in that pan that Floyd was describing? How many of them can you eat at one sit?
I don't know, Queens. I might could eat 6, 7. 6 or 8. That's good stuff right there, Dan. Yeah.
If you was to eat 8 of them, we wouldn't see you at work for a week.
All right, Ziggy B, if you watching, they want to know how much a full bag of oysters are. Do you know, Floyd? Do you have an idea how much a full bag is?
See, I didn't put that on there. Hey, if you want some oysters, go buy some oysters. Don't ask how much they cost. Now listen to me. It's like you're driving a new Cadillac and you're gonna pull up somewhere and you're gonna get some gas and you want to know how much the gas costs. So do not ask the question. If you want you some oysters, we don't have time for all of that stuff. We're not going to offer no discounts. We're not going to negotiate. If you want you some oysters that fit to eat, go to Ziggy B's. And don't even ask her how much they are. She's going to tell you how much they are, and you're going to pay her if you leave there with the oysters.
Hey, y'all are not going to believe it. Our attorney just got on an airplane in Atlanta headed to Uruguay.
Handed to where?
There ain't nobody in Uruguay that's gonna pay him no money to defend him. What if we need some defending? He's in Uruguay. What do you do in Uruguay?
I don't even know where Uruguay is.
Well, let me ask you: are we having to pay him while he's in Uruguay?
I hope not. No.
Are we still having to pay him out of retainers?
He's unretainable.
Yeah, he's
unretainable in Uruguay.
Yeah. Yep.
Man, what if I slip and fall?
Well,
what if I want to sue the folks about calling me overweight up there at the place? You out of that deal, man. You can't sue nobody from Uruguay. Just say it. We love you. Just say it.
Where is Uruguay? Ain't that down there in some down there in South America?
South America. He's on the plane.
I know he is.
So
on the way to Uruguay.
I'm telling you,
defended. We got folks in need of defending.
You know, he might be in the CIA. Shania might be.
He said you got a year statute of limitations, so you can still sue within a year.
Okay, well, you stand by when you get back from Uruguay. Defamation of character.
So
it hurt my feelings. Kenny Wayne on the line here. We got him on the line. Talk to him here, Marvin.
Go ahead, Kenny Wayne.
Yes, sir. Marvin, you're going to have to get you some warm salt water and some honey to help out that sore throat.
I see it, man. I'm gonna have
we've been busy as bees making honey. Yes, sir. Praise the Lord. Work's been flowing in good.
What about your picture right here on the boat with the brim and that little slough right there?
Yes, sir. That's called just living my best life after work. We was digging holes all day and finished up working on the Flint River in Bainbridge, man. It don't get no better than that. They biting on crickets. We just floating down, enjoying the day.
Man, that's beautiful right there. Tell us about this new construction right here that KWG Plumbing's doing.
Yes, sir. That one's interesting, and Charlie, he'll probably get a kick out of it. We're building that house over in Cowarts, Alabama. for a family that has moved from Canada to South Alabama. Most of us know it around here as LA, aka Lower Alabama. So that's an interesting deal from family all the way in there. They're just basically running from the cold. What they told us, they maybe more to it than that, but they said they want to be somewhere warm. I said, well, it's mid-October and it's almost 90 degrees. You got a warm place. But
That's it, man. That's
yeah,
it.
a little small retirement home for them. They've been working the whole life, and they got to retirement age and left Canada and moved to Cowarts, Alabama, of all
That's
places.
what I'm talking about. How about some words of wisdom before you leave us?
Yes, sir. I'm going to share this with you. It's kind of interesting too. My mom always told me God works in mysterious ways, and I'm living proof of it this week. I had a contract, I lost it, and I got it back with all in about 5 months of this year. So it's kind of been a roller coaster of effects with this contract, but I got it by just being honest, doing what I do, just keeping myself, being Wayne, being honest, hardworking, and facing life's problems head on. And I got the contract back. That's it. It don't get no better than that. It to me is God works in mysterious ways, and the truth will set you free, as my father-in-law will always say.
That's right, man. Hey,
But,
we appreciate you very much.
God works in mysterious ways, and just keep a smile on your face. Keep smiling through the pain, the happiness. It's easier to smile than it is frown, and count your blessings. Because guys, if we get out there and you go to adding up this and this and this, there's somebody always out there that's got it worse off than we got it. So
You are
just
so
count
right.
our blessings and be happy.
We appreciate you, brother. Have a blessed evening.
Yes, sir. And get you some honey and some warm salt water for that sore throat.
Yes, sir. We'll see you next week. KWG Plumbing, LLC, Kenneth Wayne Garney. He's an Alabama and Georgia license. There's his number. Give him a call. All your plumbing needs.
I think Floyd is going to mix him up a elixir before he leaves over there, you know.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no, no.
wow. I thought you'd
I
help
got
your
some
friend
salt.
out.
I got some
Uh,
salt. I got some lemon. I got some honey. That's as far as it goes. Hard.
Yeah, yeah. Don't take him no further. Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
let me ask you. I know the three of you think the world of you, love y'all, but y'all got some senators over there that might be interested in what one of our senators from Alabama is introducing in the U.S. Senate. I'm talking about Coach Tommy Tuberville. Have you heard the latest thing he's introduced or going to
What
introduce?
is that?
It is going to be a law that states that if a Muslim, someone of the Islamic faith, is over here in this country and is for Sharia law, they are to be deported immediately from this country.
I
Mm,
like it.
I do too.
I like it.
I,
So
I,
do.
I, I just thought one of your senators might have a problem with that, you know.
Oh, no.
No, they ain't got no problem with it. No, they love it. They love him some of that. But they ain't you misquoting. You talking out of school. They're not our senators. They are Atlanta senators.
Atlanta
Oh,
That's
Senators.
what,
There you
Atlanta,
go.
Columbus, and Macon, and Augusta. That's they and Albany. That's they senators. We down here. We don't have no representation. We
okay.
don't have a senator. You hear me? We ain't got no senator. So
So you gonna let our senator be your senator?
that's it. We don't have one. They don't
Okay.
represent us. Neither one of them represent us.
Mm.
Our congressmen don't even represent us. But, you know, folks like us
Yeah.
don't. You know, that's the way it works. And that's in the land of politics.
That's
They
right.
got some good representation over in Alabama.
Y'all got some good rep. You do, Charlie. You be thankful
Yep.
for it, man.
Oh, we
Be
are.
thankful for
We
it, no
are.
doubt. Yeah, y'all do.
Hey, Queets will talk to them.
This is it. Deer season is almost here. I'm hearing people talking about they setting up the deer cameras, they making
Yep,
sure they got the food
yep.
plots all seen about. They got everything going on. It's just about here. This is your one-stop shop. Anything you need for deer hunting, they got any kind of rifle, any kind of caliber you want. They got the ammunition, they got the scopes, the slings, the cases, whatever it is you want that has to do with any kind of deer hunting, they got it. It's time now to get your stuff and get ready because it'll be here before you know it. Sound like a young war about every Saturday morning about daylight. Boy, the folks is shooting them doves, and so I'm hunting. I don't know when the seasons is in and out, but I'm supposing that dove season's in there because I'm hearing them shooting all over every place. They got all the shotguns you need, all the shells. If you're worried about personal protection, they got the biggest selection of handguns for your personal protection. They got them, and they got all the ammunition you need, and they got the knowledge. If you don't know exactly what you want, they can help you find out what you're comfortable with. They got the long guns for your personal protection, whatever you need there. If it's in the world of firearms and ammunition, they got it. And if by chance you run up on something they don't have, they can have it for you in a couple of days. No big deal. Good price, good people. Step right next door. He got a full auto parts over there. All your different kind of cars, vehicles, trucks, big trucks, tractors, any kind of farm equipment. They got all the lubricants, the oil that you need. You got the stuff to keep them shiny.
Hmm.
Got a little gift shop there for the ladies. Most whatever you want, they got right there in that one stop shop. They got they're the home of the world renowned Floyd B. Lloyd rabbit pellet grills with several different flavors of rabbit pellets in stock on the shelf, ready to go. The Holster Dine Phillips Auto Parts, 27 South, about a mile off the square, right under them two big American, beautiful American flags. Go see them.
Hey guys, want to give you a public service announcement. You got 2 weekends left. If you have not seen Swamp Gravy, www.swampgravy.com, go visit them. They got 2 weekends left. This Friday night, 2 shows on Saturday, and then the last weekend will be the 24th and 25th at the historic Cotton Hall Theater in Colquitt, Georgia. They got tickets left for some of the shows. Get online and find them and come to Colquitt, Georgia and have a good time. Swamp Gravy, Graveside Services.
Can
So
I say something about the folks over there? A famous citizen from the state of Georgia that I maybe everybody knew this except me, but I saw a little clip on it today or yesterday. Jeff Foxworthy, one of the best comedians that's ever come along, and a fine Christian man, has got a little old hideaway over there, and he calls it middle western Georgia, 3,000 acres. Interesting story behind it. It was once a part of the Callaway estate.
Delaware State.
Yeah, 50 something thousand acres when the Callaway family had it all in one piece. They were going to sell this off to become a golf course. And it was the hunting and fishing land that the Callaway family had used. And Jeff Foxworthy thought it was just a terrible thing for it to go into a golf course, wanted to be what it always was. So he bought it. He bought him a motor grader. Floyd, he went to an auction and got some Army surplus stuff, got a motor grader, got bulldozers, got everything. And he keeps that property up. It is beautiful. And the biologist, talking about the deer season, what made me think about it, and the number of deer I've seen on the road pulling peanuts the last couple of weeks, the biologist said he needs to take 150 deer a year off of that 3,000 acres. And he has the means to buy things. Of course, he's a very successful entertainer. And he has built a processing plant on the premises. He can take a deer, put it on a hanger, have it skinned out, gutted, and in the cooler in 8 minutes. But I mean, the thing that impressed me is he didn't want to see that 3,000 acres that was beautiful hunting and fishing property go into a golf course, and he put the money up to buy it. And
I
that
saw
says
that. I
something.
saw that video on that, Charlie. That was very interesting, and he was passionate about that place.
Yes,
He
sirree.
one of those, he's let his money bring him happiness,
Yeah,
and that's a good thing that the Lord provides people with enough money. Sometimes some of them be real stupid with their money, but I think he's being real vigilant with his finances,
wise,
with his
being
money,
wise with it.
spending it wisely. He said he wanted to leave it a better place than what he found it. And
Hmm.
that's a good way to be.
Steward.
Yeah, good steward. That's a good thing with anything that you do. If you can leave it better than what you found it, that's a good thing.
And we often hear entertainers just go a fool when they get money and buy all this crazy stuff. But that's something that can be passed down, and it's something he did a good thing.
This is a great story. Great
Yeah.
story.
So, Floyd, I need to get you to do me a favor.
What you need?
So I've been trying to tell people that it's too dry to burn and they don't need to be burned. It's dry and wind blowing. Now they done increased the drought. They done made it more severe. Can you explain to folks for me? Because they don't listen to me, I don't reckon. So reckon you could explain it where they could understand that they don't need to be setting no trash on fire and no burn piles and no none of that stuff like that. You think you could explain that to them?
Y'all people that's watching the show tonight, and I speak most of you are successful people, and you own property. Do you have a home? Do you have a home that you live in that you like, and you got all kind of artifacts and family memorabilia in there, and all your youngest pictures of when they was christened or baptized, or when they were born, and the ball uniforms and all when they played ball when they were 7, 8 years old. Do y'all have a home that's got all of that stuff in there? Do you have a home? Okay. You have an automobile that you like, a truck or something that you like to drive. Do not set a fire nowhere near none of that stuff or near anybody else's stuff. Leave your matches in your pocket. And I'm talking to you, Marvin. I'm talking to you, Marvin. I know I've heard stories about Marvin, a whole hay crop gone, evaporated with fire. Some people do not need to be near fire. And some of you people out there are like Marvin. You mean well, but you can't do stuff like that. So if you go set a fire, do not set no fire.
No.
Wait till wait till your matches is too wet to strike before you try to start a fire. So if you like all that stuff, when fire gets in there, Marvin will tell you about fire. He got a recliner. He's a living testimony. He got a recliner, if you will, that picks you up out of the chair. You don't even have to get up out of the chair. That picks you up out of the chair. That caught fire and burn all his empire down out there. See?
Whoa,
Stay
whoa, whoa,
away.
whoa, whoa, whoa. You got a bum knee. Do you have one of those recliners, Floyd, that lifts you out and stands
No.
you up?
I'll wall around and get up somehow or another.
So, Florida, I'm gonna get you a job with the state of Georgia for the public service announcement about no fire. You make Smokey Bear look bad. Smokey Bear ain't got nothing on you, brother.
Hey, I mean,
No.
if you got stuff you like, don't set no fire nowhere near it.
Amen.
There's
Amen.
your
It
motto right there. Do not touch the matches.
That's it. Do not take the match. Stay away from
it
the
is
match.
it is dry, 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 and I'm
It
serious
is.
that Marvin, you saw it. You saw the thing that come down from the National Weather Service. They say this thing's serious. No relief in sight. Now I
Let me
saw
let me tell
where.
you, let me tell you what I saw today. And some of you old folks know what y'all know what I'm talking about. I was coming back from Baker County, come by a peanut field that done been picked. All the hay done been rolled. There's a field out there. Any of y'all, a lot of y'all heard of dust devils. You
Hmm.
remember dust devils? Used to be an old saying about dust devils. They show up when it's bad dry. I saw one today, first one I've seen in a long time. A dust devil. It was in that peanut field. I mean, it was spinning too. I mean,
Yeah.
it looked like a mini tornado out there. That means it's dry and it's hot, and dust devils ain't good for nothing other than tell you
I,
how dry and hot it is.
Floyd,
Wait
with the
till.
good Lord as my witness, I saw one too, pulling in the field at Dr. Mobley's to pull a load of peanuts. I just couldn't get my phone. I was in the field, but couldn't get my phone in time before it went into the grass pasture and when it went away. But coming across that field, you're exactly right.
Yep,
That was
I
today.
seen one in a long time, Charlie.
I
That's
saw
my
one too.
opinion. So, anyway,
Bone barrel
all dry.
dry. Talk to him.
Oh man, Seminole Livestock Auction. If you got cows, if you want to sell cows for the highest possible price that you can get for and get paid with a good check, y'all go see them in that Seminole Livestock Auction. Our good friend in there, old Gerald, he'll treat you right. I guarantee you, You call him up on the phone, he'll treat you right. He'll do what needs to be done. Uh, cows are pretty expensive property right now. If you've got cows, most everybody, I do cattle appraisals. That's one of the line of business that I do that I'm in. Gerald Mock's in the cattle auction business, and he's also in the cattle business. He raises cattle himself, so he's not just there to sell your cows. He knows what your cattle are worth, and he'll tell you exactly what he thinks they're gonna bring, and they're gonna bring pretty close to what he tells you he thinks they're gonna bring. He'll treat you right, but Seminole Livestock Auction in Dawsonville, Georgia, got a sale every Wednesday at 1:30. Go in there and just sit down there and listen. I got a good friend of mine, an old auctioneer buddy of mine, Henry Alford. He's the auctioneer on that sale there. And I think we got a little clip here of Marvin of them selling some cattle there last Wednesday on that sale there. 14. There you go. That's him right there. That's how they sell those cattle. Now, there was some good-looking cattle in that ring right there. And I'm going to tell you, folks that's in the cattle business now, they're looking after the cows. They say it's a good quality product, a safe product. Don't be scared to eat beef, ladies and gentlemen. But if you got cows to sell, you go to Seminole Livestock Auction right there, 229-524-2305. Talk to Gerald Mock. He'll get your cattle sold for you, and he'll pay you with a good check. And we're glad he's one of our good sponsors. Good, honest businessman right there.
Hey guys, Berry Hill Auctioneers, TC Berry Hill. He's our friend. He's our confidant. He's been with us since day one, and he is our perpetual sponsor of whatever Floyd B. Lloyd does next.
Well, I tell you, I took up enough time with y'all tonight with my medical thing and all that. I ain't gonna take up a whole lot of time. Folks say I'm trying to hog the show. But I do have to share some things with you. I just share at least one thing. And I'm a senior citizen myself, and I observe other senior citizens. Last week I was talking about the women, going to the nudist colony and all that kind of stuff. Come on, change lanes. Now we're gonna talk about a man. I just got one for you tonight, so y'all ain't got to take notes or anything. Just listen to it. If you are a man over the age of 75 years and you are stupid enough to go to a nudist camp, 75-year-old naked man, if you will. If you are stupid enough to go to a nudist camp, do not stand too close to the little Smoky's chafing dish. I'm done.
I think he's trying to get me. I just do. I mean, whew. Anyway, Kelly Crop Insurance. Thank you, folks, for what you do, not only for us on Thursday nights, but what you do for the agriculture community 365 days a year. Quality insurance, Kelly Crop Insurance, Coffin, Georgia. Give them a call. Let's talk a little bit about the weather. That 51, Marvin. Uh, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. It was that this morning. They have now, National Weather Service has lowered it to a 20% chance of
Uh-uh.
precipitation. Yeah, they have.
Oh,
That's our Tallahassee office. It was 50 or 40 to 50 this morning. They've lowered it. That chance of rain Sunday, folks, is dwindling down. We need to pray for rain because I think Queasel brought up the importance. We all did a little bit about the importance of not starting any fires or anything like that. A nice summer, almost summertime day again tomorrow and Saturday. We do see a cool off coming. Frontal system, it was supposed to bring us some rain, may just possibly some scattered showers, 20% chance on Sunday. And then the lows at night. Look at that, boys. Look at him. Ooh, feel like fall out there. Not only Sunday morning, but Monday morning, down in the upper 40s. That's a look at your weather. And once again, we appreciate all you folks tuning us in on Thursday nights. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Uh, we do need to continue to pray for our nation, pray for our leaders. I've seen a lot of things on the news today and the last few days. And if ever this nation and its leaders need prayer, it is now. A lot of things going on behind the scenes and out front as well. And keep the nation, keep each other. Let's pray for each other. Queasel?
Thank you, Charlie. Hey, it's good to be back with y'all tonight. I was getting Floyd to make a point a while ago because nobody can make a point like Floyd. Floyd can he can drive it home like nobody else. Folks, this drought is getting serious business. My guys was running a call today and they said they had fires with no wind, very little wind, spotting 30 yards in front of the head of the fire. And that's the kind of stuff you see out in the Midwest. You don't see that much around here. And it's just the ashes and all is getting out and it's spotting fires and they're getting harder and harder to fight. And we don't see it much around here what Flora was talking about it because number one, we smart enough to do prescribed burning and that kind of stuff, so that helps our wildfires. But you still can do a lot of damage. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had a house that got we put it out, but it got set on fire from a grass fire, brush fire, burning the trash in the backyard, set the back of the house on fire and burn up a fifth wheel camper before we could get there. So it's dry and it's getting drier every day. We have stepped up the amount of equipment we're running to a fire. We've moved in another brush truck into town here so that we can have it. So it's serious business. Please don't think about it. I know it's getting time to start raking leaves and doing that kind of stuff. We don't need to do no burning right now. Just pile them up. Remember what Floyd said. Listen to what he said, and I sure appreciate y'all doing it. That ain't just for here in Miller County. That's for anywhere. Southeast Alabama, Northwest Florida, Southwest Georgia. We're in a bad situation. The Weather Service, National Weather Service out of Tallahassee, raised the drought level today, and I can't remember the wording they used, but it's pretty serious. So use a little bit of common sense. Thank y'all for letting us come in. We love y'all. We appreciate the time that you give us. We hope you enjoyed it. I agree with Charlie. We need to pray for our country. We need to pray for our leaders. We need to pray for the people on the other side. We need to pray for the people on the left. We need to get our government back running, and so we can do business. And right now, we just sitting here spinning our wheels over politics. And until we can learn how to grow up and and get politics out of the way and do what's best for our country, I think we're just gonna be in trouble. So let's pray for them. Let's pray for the ones we agree with and the ones we don't agree with, and ask the good Lord to forgive us, because that's what we need. And we're talking about rain. He tells it in His Word. He mentions some things that we need to do. We need to be humble. We need to seek His face. And we need to pray. And so I think that's something that we all can do. And I don't care what the weather forecaster says. If enough of us get to praying and God gets ready to send some rain, the Weather Channel ain't got to okay it. It's coming. So just remember that. And bring out one more thing Charlie mentioned. These farmers had pulling peanuts and got peanut trailers and old timey peanut trailers. We don't see them much no more, but they got them semi trailers and they got big 4-row pickers, 6-row pickers, cotton pickers, all that stuff on the highway. be watching for them. This is their time of year, and they ain't out there on that highway trying to hold you up because they want to. They trying to get from one place to the next and to make a living. So we love y'all. Thank you for watching us, and we'll see y'all next week. If you I almost forgot, but I didn't. If you see a veteran, you see an emergency responder, law enforcement, anybody in that kind of line of work, tell them thank you. Tell them you appreciate what they do for you, because if it wasn't for them, we couldn't do the things we do. Floyd,
Yes, sir. Thank you, Queasel. Short and sweet. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. And the night you lay down and go to sleep, thank God above for what He's done for you today. You'll go to sleep and you'll still be thanking Him. And if you got knee problems, get you a second opinion.
TK's Bar and Grill, Custom Cabinet Services, The Holster 9, Shingler Law, ZEB Seafood Market, Sawega Meat Company, Seminole Livestock Auction, KWG Plumbing LLC, Southern Henson Fitzgerald Auctioneer, Kelly Crop Insurance. Our sponsors here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Sunday's coming. Go to church if you can. Verse this week says, the righteous cry out and the Lord hears them, and He delivers them from all of their troubles. We love you. Keep trusting in the Lord. Keep looking up. Pray for somebody. Do something good for somebody. Love somebody. Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise, we'll be right back here next week, same place, same time, for more Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter who you do it with, and most especially if you are a man over 75 and you are going anywhere naked, be particular.
particular.